Huh. And now the chain is strong. It's got a lock in the middle and it's long. And many here will wear. And they'll go everywhere. They're told to go. Understand it now that God will return like snow in the season of his choice. You'll hear the loudest voice. And in Israel they said, Moses, please. Down on their knees they said, don't let God talk to us again. That's what we need. We don't need that tornado or breeze that he travels around in, the flying house. Moses finally took a ride in. Enoch was in a flying house to see the mysteries of the universe, the dimensions. When he came back, his Shekinah glory was so bright. Enoch was afraid he'd blind his son Methuselah, and he came back to dictate his book in the Apocrypha. They had it in the Bible, and they still have it in the Talmud, the Book of Enoch. Just visions of where the rain comes from, where the snow comes from, why the earthquakes have to happen, and how to protect ourselves at the end of the world. Because God wanted to make sure there was a book about it, instructions, kind of like you get Sears catalogs. But you need to pray in Jesus' name. It's the only name that will ever get an answered prayer. You don't have to reach nirvana. I mean, a lot of us are alcoholics, drug addicts. We drive bad, we talk bad, we beat our wives, we send our children to crummy schools knowing that they're not safe. But we let them go anyway because our government commands us to destroy our children with their money. They have none. But anyway, here we are. This used to be called paradise. Why? Because it was fun. You wanted food, you just picked it off the trees. You wouldn't get stung, not even by the bees. You could put out your finger and a butterfly would land. You can understand. Monkeys don't have a human hand. How can we be from them? God does. And he said in his image he created man out of sand. Talk about genetic engineering. Do you understand what sand can do? Down on the beach it looks dead, doesn't it? It's inside me and you. So is God. He's in all things, and all things are in God. Jesus Christ is the only God. But it's no coincidence. The story about Adam and Eve. ATOM. That's what's going to destroy the United States. I don't know how big or how bad or what the mega shock will be. But I know one thing all my life. Now I'm 63 in a couple of months. All my life I've lived to laugh, to love. And in the last 2 years, the children in this country have turned into Satan. They're worse than the KGB with their snitching and telling on people. They can't drive. They don't mind killing people and running. I mean, do you understand? Where's the fun for the children? You got to lock your door so somebody won't come in. What happened to friendship and neighbors and family? Nobody came in that would hurt you. And there was nobody wanted to hurt you. They had room, resources, plenty of jobs. The rest of the world was unemployed. Isn't that nice that they sacrificed our families, our jobs, our resources, and our... You know how hard it is to build a space shuttle? Or to build a Polaris missile? Or a Trident submarine? Well, that's one of the jobs I used to do. I was just a nobody in the machinist union and aerospace workers. And I could make them. I could inspect them. I could package them and talk to the Navy that was going to take them and say, trust me. They all passed. We're flying colors. We give no bad products to the United States military ever. Now you salvage. You ground. You sink. You explode. And now a missile takes off in Virginia. It's the only thing you have to protect us with on the East Coast. And Jesus comes back. There'll be a shout. When he touches the Mount of Olives, I've been there. There'll be an earthquake. He's going to make a Grand Canyon in the Middle East. It's going to start right in Israel, like it's like Arizona. But anyway, big earthquake splitting Everybody will feel it in the entire world. Splitting who knows how far, which way, and all the splinters, like you see it on the spokes on a child's bike tire. And then the sky will go dark. Is that a nova? Is that a black hole? Is that a pulsar? And the moon will turn red like blood. And the stars will disappear. And the earth will die. And God says, I'm going to make you another planet, but this time we don't just let you have kids and raise them. I'm going to hand pick them like I was in the flower field. I'm going to taste the fruit by asking them questions before I decide whether to send them to hell, because without a blood sacrifice, that's where they would go. Happy Easter. You know, I took Passover with the Jews for Jesus in San Francisco up on Cathedral Hill and Van Ness there, and I'd never done it before, but I was puzzled by a glass of wine on every table. There might be 50 tables in the room we dined, celebrated Passover together. But anyway, I said, why? Can I have it? I had my glass of wine. And I said, well, you know, I'll take it. And anyway, Moish Rosen, I think he started Jews for Jesus, older than me. One of the few people on earth that's actually older than me. But anyway, he looked at me and said, God would not make a dog a prophet. And I said, what? He says, you can't have that wine. That's for Elijah. I go, oh. So what happens? He goes, well, see, the door's open. If he walks in like he's supposed to, there's wine waiting for him to welcome him. We'll celebrate. Jesus turned water to wine to celebrate a wedding feast. It's the only time he would have done it. When Elijah gets back, there's one glass of wine on every Jewish table in the world. And he'll get it. And I said, then what? I said, well, then the child should get up, I think, and close the door because he's back. Now read Malachi, the last couple verses. The spirit of Elijah. Bingo. On a scale of 1 to 10, I get a 12 for maybe being that person. Sorry, guys, but Satan's going to kill me. You guys won't get a chance. It says in chapter 11 of Revelations that only Satan can kill these two prophets. One is Enoch, not Moses. One is Elijah.